Well, no. What you mean to say is I have not yet talked about.
I think this campaign would have to go for a long time.
He could start talking about his ex-husband. You just never know with this younger generation.
Or maybe it'll be a throuple.
Oh, the whippersnappers.
So about the polycule I used to be a member of.
Yes.
Okay, we had just finally kind of given up on Metal Man in terms of actual productive conversation.
At least for now.
Right. And I sent out an email, I didn't send out an email. I posted to the wiki with our 4 current missions. Hope everybody got a chance to see that and review it.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe we are in Elfhome after siesta. And, man, let me find my own post. What was the top thing?
We have to run errands.
We have to. Oh, yes. We have to. We had just set out on mounts to make a circuit of the 5 installations where we need to deliver stuff.
Yeah.
In our role as a regular elf guard.
And we were going to head to Singing Falls. So.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me put the map up here that I did.
So we ride like the wind, somehow always into the sunset.
Lost Water. Neva River.
That's an enchantment they put over the Elfwood. It always looks like you're going into the sunset.
Yeah.
White Silver Water.
I think it's just an enchantment on me.
So,
No.
I know the Crystal Pillars is a stop. Our first stop was actually Singing Falls. There it is.
That is to the left, to the east.
To the right.
Singing Falls. Yes.
Did you say to the left?
Yes, I did say left. I was looking. My eyes are in the back of my head.
It's if you turn your screen upside down.
There you go.
That's your military left.
He's playing on a laptop probably.
That's I guess if you're a little bit older and you're not as slim as you used to be, and you've lost hair,
I hope it's
it
a
might
nice
look
clear
like
map.
we're on the left. It's a beautiful.
I got to tell you, I am much younger, slimmer, and prettier than that thing that's in the mirror every morning. I don't know how that got there.
Lots of ding-dongs. So before we get started, actually, I had one question as a result of that email that went out, so I'm going to do my history check.
Okay.
So, do you remember the question that I had asked, Jenny?
Yes.
We've done 20 sessions together already?
Oh, jeez, I hope it's not going to be all wonky like this.
Okay, so, and I'm going to let the party know everything that I find out regarding this. So these two constructs that we found are like far and beyond anything that you know, that we've ever heard of or that I've ever heard of before. And I mean, you guys know this is kind of the stuff that I'd be studying. So they're pretty unique, and trying to find them. If I'm doing my locates, it should be pretty easy to find them.
Just because there's not many of them.
Correct.
Yeah.
If any others at all.
Could you do a locate, now that we know what it looks like, could you do a locate on a memory module? Or does it have to be the whole?
You already did at the end of last
Yeah,
session.
already did.
Yeah.
And it was north, pointing north.
Oh, that's
So
right.
The question that I had is, were these things common enough that, if there was one, the possibility that one's, I don't know, laying out in the field, or there's some minor lord that has one, and evidently not. These things are extremely, extremely, extremely rare.
But are they extremely rare?
We used to think that about Soulstones. So for all we know, they're about to take over the Earth.
I don't know, but you know what? If we see it,
don't know that they're rare. What you do know is that you've never seen one before.
Right. Well, and Stillness doesn't act like he's coming from like the homeland where there's an entire nation of these things. He's always acted like he's a one-off. So yeah, I think it's completely safe to go under the assumption that if you've located a memory module, that there's not 20 or 30 memory modules along that same vector.
Right. How do I turn our little pictures either off or minimized?
You mean like the pictures of the different characters along the bottom?
Yeah.
In settings, I think you can do that.
I've never figured it out. I always just zoom in and zoom out and pan on the main map.
Yeah, if you hit your settings and scroll down to where it says game settings, you'll see under player video avatar size, and you can set it to names only, and it'll just display people's names. It won't show the whole box with their picture in it and everything. And you can move them around, from what I remember. You have to like click on it, and then it gets a little arrow thing in the side, and you can move them around as a result of that.
Huh. Oh, but when you do that, you're moving it for everybody?
No, just for yourself.
Oh, well, I only clicked on one, and now everybody is off stacked to the left.
Yeah, that's what happened to me too. Everybody's stacked on top of each other to the left.
I wonder if it's moving it, if my moving them is moving it for everyone.
I think it is. I think we've just gathered data to support that hypothesis.
And I can't move Golwyn because the mute thing is over his... Well, Golwyn gets to sit in the corner by himself.
We're now all out of the way.
He's used to that. When he was a baby, I'd put him in his playpen. He's like 3 months old. I'd lay him down and then go, "No, you sit there and think about what you've done." Because I just thought that was hilarious. And
You would.
yeah.
Okay, so are we ready to trundle off to Singing Falls? Or is there more to be done before we do that? Okay.
Mount up.
Trundling off to Singing Falls. The only person unmounted, to the best of my knowledge, will be yours truly, who will be a couple hundred feet up in eagle form.
Give me a second. I'm going to go get Frisco. He is going crazy, barking at stuff out the window.
And I apparently now have a free horse.
Harold casts Fly instead of using a mount?
Fly only lasts for a couple of rounds, though.
That was my immediate response, too.
Are you in there? You silly thing.
Yeah, I thought Fly after a few rounds transitioned into the spell Plummet.
One round per level.
So
And
you've got
for
some.
2 extra spell points, you increase the duration to minutes, then hours, and then
Okay.
you the reduction to instead of range close to go to range touch. And for 6 spell points, I can fly for 6 hours.
Sweet. Watch the timer though.
Do you have your Apple Watch on?
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I've done the same thing with True Sing, and I think at 8th level I was able to do it with something else.
Yeah, this is where I wish we could have 2 different maps up.
All right. You cannot get out.
Because we are.
Hoping that'll keep him from screaming out the windows. Okay, sorry about that.
So, Harold, where are you actually going to be as we trundle along the road? Are you going to be up with me or somewhere else?
I'll just go into a sitting position and act like I'm riding a horse.
And now
Okay.
he's squeaking his toy.
We should give you 2 halves of a coconut.
Well, and that would be the other question. What is horse speed? In comparison to man walking speed.
Yeah. You guys are gonna leave Harold way behind if he casts fly on himself.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Now, you can spend more points to get additional speed to it.
But fly includes the ability to hover, correct?
You basically you move at 30 feet per round.
On your own volition, but if somebody just tosses him a rope,
Right. He can
he could
surf
essentially
behind us.
water ski behind the horses.
Have you ever tried to water ski through like the swamps, the Everglades?
Forget it then. I'll get a horse for a dang elf home instead of trying to mathematically figure out the flying speed of a swallow.
That's what you get for
What
being
kind
a
of swallow?
nonconformist.
African or European?
And is it a laden swallow?
There you go. And
the
this
only reason
saves
I
you
couldn't
the.
figure out the mathematics of it, I was thinking, damn, I've got fly too, and I could do that.
This will save you the carpal tunnel from banging the coconut halves together.
Give me just a second here. I'm looking at something. Duration is 2 per step, so you'd need 70 plus 4.
So, in theory, I could be a gargantuan eagle soaring above the whole group, right?
So
Sure.
That would be a little bit conspicuous, but I could.
Yeah, I'm not going to be below that because no way in hell you're pooping on me.
well, at level 9, you'll be able to spend 9 points and do a fly spell that lasts hours per day, and will have a 50-foot movement speed, which is the same as a horse. Now the best you could do is 40-foot movement speed, which would not enable you to keep up.
If we could do that on the whole party, we would actually get there quite a bit faster, right? Because we wouldn't be dependent on roads, and we could go literally
straight.
as the crow flies. Yeah. Is that a what kind of spell is that? That's not temporal, is it?
It's an arcane spell, and it's a utility.
So the only 2 people in the party that can cast that are Harold and Lucha.
Oh, that's right, because it's 2 per step. So to go from rounds, it'd require 4. That puts them up to 7.
Okay. Well, these guys are all talking about, flight and whatnot. Are we there yet?
We could. Well, it seems like there might be
Do
a
we-
possibility with 2 arcane casters that we could do this whole errand in like literally half the time or less.
Hang on just a second. I forgot to do one thing. I didn't set the map scale correctly, so let me
We would have to be higher level, she said.
Well,
Although you're right, going 40 feet. If you were going straight,
as the crow
versus-
flies,
yes,
If,
Yeah.
probably
if
better.
everyone in the party could fly, then you wouldn't have a problem. You could fly at whatever speed worked best for you.
so I don't need
Well,
it.
to use the 8 points, we could fly for 8 hours at 50 feet per round. If I've done my math right, it'd be 8 hours.
So 400 divided by.
And I'm sorry, at 40, it'd be 40 feet per round.
And you can do that to everybody else, not just yourself personally.
Correct.
And that's 8 spell points, correct?
So,
Correct.
yes.
So for the low cost of 16 spell points each, you and Harold could make yourselves fly, and Gollum and Elendil, and we could be there at 40 feet around as the crow flies instead of dorking around with horses.
Except we wouldn't have any way of carrying any gear or anything else.
And might I add, it doesn't really take the time that, we've spent more time talking about this than really it takes to say, okay, we ride there.
That's true. That's true.
No, for immersion, we're going to sit in silence for exactly as long as it would take to travel.
Well, it's roughly 120 miles to Singing Falls, so you're gonna be taking at a minimum 3 days to get there.
Okay. So let's do that.
However, this being the Elfwood, it is heavily patrolled and basically all parkland, so there's not really anything dangerous. So you ride for 3 days, and you get to Singing Falls, which lives up to its name. The river that you see there is it has a mighty waterfall that branches into several sections here. And the town is actually built on top of the falls in the gaps between the water. There is a network of kind of catwalks. They're very narrow. Instead of being actual bridges, they are just one rope strung above another rope, and you make your way across that way. So it's very rustic and precipitous.
Those will be the places that I'm flying. And that would be loud.
Yeah, it would be.
All right, so let's look for the person that we've got to deliver the donuts to.
All incidents of Singing Falls were deaf long ago.
Okay.
Lado the flautist.
If you're scouting for danger, you're getting extremely bored. Although there's lots of pretty butterflies up here.
It's the butterfly effect.
Basically, all of Elf Home is like this, right? It's
Yeah.
essentially Disneyland.
Yep.
Okay.
The elven population is not high, but since they employ magic so heavily, it's not a particular strain for them to keep the entire forest under control. So, the place is like a combination of zoo and park. There's nothing living here that they don't want to live here, pretty much.
So is there a guard post we can check in at, or do we know who we're supposed to be giving this stuff to? What's the story?
Yeah.
And they've evidently have never met Elendil.
Yeah, you ask to the guard post, they direct you someone out of town to this little tree house, and you hear a guy playing a flute.
Oh, Toledo.
See him sitting
Okay.
in the tree. Yep.
And is that Frisco's playing with the squeaky toy in the background?
Yes, he's playing with a squeaky toy. I put up the gate in the hallway so that he can't get to the living room and bark at crap out the windows, so now he's decided on a different method of being noisy.
Yeah, I say that. I look at my 4 dogs and they're all sleeping around me. Okay, so let's find the person that we need to deliver this message to.
Oh, he's sitting there playing a flute. Harold is whistling at him. And it's not a message, it's a fairly large, elaborate package, correct?
Yeah, it feels about the size and shape of a book. But it's all wrapped up, and the wrapping is covered in wire, and it's got enormous amounts of sealing and stuff on it to make it pretty much impossible to tamper with it without making it super obvious that someone opened it.
So it's probably several small, really small, severed heads.
Small and flat.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll just tell them that, we've been directed by, and I can't remember the guy's name, to deliver this to you.
How long does meditation last?
Until mid-afternoon.
So that's, what, hours?
Yeah.
Does he have to sign for it, or can we just, leave it at his doorstep?
You were told to place it in his hands.
Okay.
How urgent did we feel this was?
And very well, I guess. So
Everybody
we'll
make
wait
up a
until the end of his
perception
guest.
Yeah, it's not all that urgent. I can tell you that right now.
I perceive jack shit.
Am I in the eagle form? Yes, I am in eagle form. Oh.
Well, no, I don't want to, get the guy up.
Make, I guess, a history check.
I'll say, oh, look, over there's a bell. But, I don't like people bothering me when I'm in my meditation.
Yeah, what we know is it would be considered the height of rudeness to actually interrupt his meditation. So we'll wait until he's done meditating and then hand him the package.
Yes. And then we'll tell him that we're supposed to take back a message. We need to know if he likes the lieutenant who gave it to us, or if he just likes him like a friend.
Please, sir, it's very urgent.
Yes.
We need to know. I'm not.
We're not supposed to give this to a servant. We're supposed to place this in the hands of the intended recipient, correct?
That is correct. However, the servant could evaluate whether or not this is a matter that would, be a fit to wake up his master up, and also the servant might be able to give you a place to sit to wait.
So is the servant sitting there greeting us?
No, let's ring the bell.
They're probably summoned by the bell.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will ring the bell.
We probably want to let him know where the package is coming from.
What's the name of the lieutenant we got the package from? Very good. Kirvo.
think for the next one, I am going to get some parchment and I'm going to write a note. I like you. Do you like me? Do you like me? And I'm going to say, they also said to give you this.
I don't think I've ever been to an execution before. It'd be interesting to see Elendal's. Can I petition that? Can I petition that it's a Zex that does it?
She doesn't have the right temperament for that. She might come watch, but she wouldn't be able to actually do it.
She'll have the right temper for it. Blanching is not good.
Huh. Or whether we've been transporting the equivalent of nitroglycerin. So, Jenny, I've got True Seeing up continuously when I'm awake. Have I seen anything unusual with these packages?
They're not enchanted in any way.
Okay.
Do I recognize this seal at all?
And no, you don't recognize any of the seals.
Okay.
Make a history check.
The meaning of this is kind of open-ended. I'm missing the reference for Luch's comment.
I gotta tell you, I'm missing it too. You are not the only one.
Yeah, you guys just basically saw me looking a whole lot more at the package, and particularly the symbol.
So did
And
you make a
after-
history check? Is
Yeah,
that
I made
what
a
we're
history check. Yeah.
okay?
Do we know what stone bearers are, or would
You
I?
have soul stones.
So yes,
Okay.
although we should say, the fuck business is it yours? But I will not say that, as I spend most of my days not saying what I want to say.
I spend every day not saying what I want to say.
What does he think stone bearers look like?
They look wealthy generally.
Bunnies? Great, we're being sent to Arrakis.
Um,
Oh, you should have heard my wife go off about DMV. She is a huge, huge Dune fan. And for years, she had the license plate Chani, Chani. Well, DMV put in a new policy where anybody who had a license with an I couldn't have like a license CHAN1. Right? So when it came to it turns out that there was some radio station or TV station down in Vegas that had channel 1, CHAN1, and they had got it the year before she got Chani, and they wouldn't renew her license. We're being sent off.
Well, we're also being
well, he's got to open it up. He's got to do some, and then he's got to write back that yes, he does like him.
yeah, we're being given a one of those Russian egg puzzles of missions where I'm wondering if we can't just like drop this off and say all yours and then ride around because we got 4 others of these to do. good lord. From looking at him, is he a high-ranking elf or a high-ranking member of the elven military, or both? And what's the difference?
He doesn't look military to you in any way. In fact, he looks like an artist. High ranking, definitely. You'd suspect that he's definitely a noble. And
Okay.
probably
So-
an artist of some merit.
Should Golwyn and Elendal be asking if he has a daughter?
That's Mom's job.
Besides, I sold Golwyn off years ago.
Harold, you are welcome to take over the conversation whenever you'd like, if you're so inclined. I'm happy to, but I don't know when we're gonna need to roll authority, and then I will wish that I hadn't.
Mm-hmm. But I'm not an elf.
Well, I'm not either.
We do have an elvish paladin who might want to jump in, maybe.
My goodness, elves are snotty.
Yeah.
You guys are lucky that we, are willing to mingle with the lesser races. We're trying to pull you up. We don't look at it as debasing ourselves. We're trying to pull you up to our level.
Which race is dying out here?
Yeah.
Hey, I replaced myself. What more do I need to do?
It's kind of like a jockstrap. You're still pulling up a dick.
Yeah, so I'm sorry, let me rephrase. Elves are awfully snotty for people who shoot blanks.
Again, I've replaced myself. What more do you want me to do?
Replace yourself again?
The world only deserves so much me. Let's just face facts.
Yeah, thank God there's only one Hitler, too.
Yes.
The verb tense you chose on that sentence was a bit odd.
Oh, you're a Ferengi.
Right. Not personality-wise, I hope.
I don't know if Golwyn knows what a Ferengi is.
Then you're a bad father.
Yeah.
Oh, in so many ways. In so many ways. You have no idea.
You really
That's
do.
That's like not being able to name all the captains or argue about which one is the best.
You know what might actually be kind of interesting is if he doesn't know, but Goen does.
Sad.
Now, ultimately, what it comes down to is that has just proven that Elendil is useless.
Yeah. Rather than say, I don't know what Ferengi are, you could just replace that with, I'm ready to be put in a home.
No, I know what Ferengi are.
The fact that you have not educated your youngers, that tells me that you're useless.
He's definitely Star Wars. Golwyn, do you know what a Ferengi is?
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
I blame Elendil. I don't blame Golwyn. I blame Elendil.
it's okay. I don't know who Flava Flav is. Via the transitive property of math, since I don't know what a Ferengi is and I don't know what Flava Flav is, Flava Flav must be Ferengi.
You
Here's
know, in
the
a
deck
weird way,
for you.
that almost makes sense.
Know that biology is the only science where multiplication is the same as division.
So we're supposed to help this guy learn to play a flute?
Enchanted antique magical
Yeah,
flute.
an antique enchanted flute. Which,
Well, if
judging
it's
by Elvish
antique,
culture, is
that
probably
must be
the only
Elendil.
kind of flute in the Elfwood anyway.
Yeah, probably. I see some
I-
Arcanum rolls coming up.
I did date a flautist in my early 20s, but
When
that,
you went to band camp.
Was she
No.
learning to play an antique enchanted flute?
not that I know of. Although, since now her father was a music professor, so it may
Wow,
have been a very nice flute that she had.
that just went way over your head.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a sex joke. I can I can see how it was, but it wasn't supposed to be.
Golan would not ask me. He doesn't. Golan does not want to think about me and sex.
Plus, I doubt anyone would describe it as a magical flute.
So let me just say on behalf of the entire party, Golwyn's not the only one.
Okay.
Make a survival check.
Squalers or squallers?
Squallers.
Squallers. Okay. Survival. We are in a wilderness setting, correct?
Yes.
So do I know what squallers are? Or what he's referring to when he says squallers? Okay. And he's implying that these whooping, damage-dealing, burrowing things he's supposed to go play the flute down where they live?
Yep. Would seem like it.
Just asked this directly.
Presumably to.
Protect him from the animals when he plays wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then why?
The
I
squads.
mean, it's like saying, "Could you protect me from this car while it runs over my head?" Why?
Yeah.
Why are you sticking your head under the car in the first place?
Because Master told me to.
Yeah.
Yeah, not my job. Play better.
Do we know anything to indicate that if he plays well, he won't be attacked by the squallers?
You would have to like actually analyze the enchantments on the flute to figure that out.
I'm wondering if there's a way to test as part of my apprenticeship. Okay. I'm wondering if we could somehow meet the letter of Leto's directive without actually encompassing the risk. Is a squalor a natural animal, or is it an enchanted thing I cannot turn into?
It is a it is actually a type of fae.
So something I cannot turn into, nor can I summon it. Nor will wild empathy work on it. Maybe.
What do I know? What do I know about these squallers?
Hang on one second.
Greater wild empathy. I think I have to
You
actually.
can roll survival.
Would my knowledge be survival or history?
Survival. You know that they're little fae that shout real loud.
Sentient. Correct?
They're not real smart. They're pretty much animalistic.
Okay. Guys, give me a second. I'm looking up. I've got greater wild empathy.
It can be used on supernatural animals, but you take a neg 4 on the roll, so you can use
Okay,
it.
that's what I was remembering, something like that. Can also be used on supernatural animal. Okay. But I thought Greater Wild Empathy took that neg 4 away. So I gotta look up Greater Wild Empathy.
So, assume by their shouting, they might thunder damage.
No, Greater Wild Empathy enables you to use it on plants and vermin, which are normally mindless.
Yep, okay. I see that. And then there's Fey Empathy, which I don't have. Okay.
It's like a Fey animal, so you
Okay.
wouldn't need Fey Empathy. Fey Empathy is for like intelligent Fey.
So I'll be able to use Wild Empathy on these things at -4.
Yep.
Okay. Which is still going to be a +20.
Yeah. Monstrous Wild Empathy is what you would get rid of that penalty.
Okay. This is high stakes enough on the Greater Wild Empathy roll that I need a reminder on how hero points work.
If you spend the hero point before you roll, you can get a +8 on the roll.
Okay.
If you spend it after you roll, you may re-roll, but you have to take the re-roll.
So do I have a you saw my survival check, which was 33 total? 32. Do I have a sense of how difficult of what these things are and how difficult it would be to wild empathy them?
The difficulty of wild empathying them depends on how hostile they are.
Okay, so it's going to
does
depend a
not
lot on how well he
particularly
does on the
depend
flute.
on them as a critter. It just depends on how pissed off they are.
Okay. So before he plays, assuming he lets me know with adequate notice, I do have memorized enhanced strength and enhanced wisdom. Wisdom's not going to help with wild empathy.
And remember, that doesn't stack with your wisdom headband thing.
Right. Anybody else have preparatories they think they need to cast?
I put mine in chat.
I'll go ahead and cast enhanced strength on everybody except for Daz and Lucha. So that's 4 people. So that's 32 spell points. And I'll cast enhanced wisdom on myself, so that's 40 spell points. And I'll cast false life on everybody. So that's 48, total of 88 spell points. I'm down.
Sorry, I had to run off and deal with something. Do we know how resistant
that's actually...
they are?
And I'll start in Panther form for this one. Call it.
He should probably play somewhere where he's not likely to be surrounded by.
Yeah, that would make sense. But apparently no.
This gray thing, is that like a big rock?
Yes.
So why don't we have him play here with his back against the rock?
Or on top of the rock?
Yes.
I was thinking right here.
If that's possible.
I need to.
So you want him like up there?
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, arrange yourselves as you wish.
I'm totaling spell points because I'm down more than the stuff I just cast.
Can you guys see the holes in the ground?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. You suspect that those are the squalor burrows.
Okay.
I see 5 of them.
Is there a range on wild empathy, Jenny? Is it just sight or close, or what is it? Essentially what I'm asking, is there a range on an authority check?
Let's see, it's dependent upon verbal, hearing, and sight, so they must be able to see and hear you.
Okay.
For you to say, respect my authority.
So
Respect
which
my
they can
authority.
do from where I am right now, right? At the southwest corner of the rock.
Yep, pretty much.
They emerge from those holes. Okay. I will spend a hero point and take a +8 on the wild empathy check when these things come out. I'm down to, unless we've gotten any more, I'm down to 5 hero points. This is about as much prep as I've ever done for anything.
Alright, go on and put your horse in there. You can do whatever you want with it.
So
Everybody has +80 hit points for the next 8 rounds, and Elendal, Golwyn, and Harold all have
Can I make a
+6
suggestion?
strength. Sure.
You may want to spend some points for duration increase as opposed to just making it last rounds, because you don't know how long it's going to take the squalors to show up before when he starts playing.
Okay. I'll tell you what. Let me hold off on the false lives. The enhanced strength lasts for minutes if I spend 8 spell points on it. So you guys have +6 to your strength for the next 8 minutes. I'll wait on the false life until they show up and I fail a wild empathy check.
I might regret it, but I don't need the strength.
Okay.
Strength doesn't really do anything for me either.
Okay.
My attack
Just
bonus
roll
and
one
stuff
then.
is based on dex.
Jenny, if I shape material, I can go like a 10-foot area. Can I start plugging some of these holes? Would I know that? I mean, I'm going to shape it into solid rock instead of dirt holes.
So hold off,
And
please. If I'm going to have a chance at wild empathy, we're hoping these things emerge not pissed off.
If you go and start messing around with the squalor holes, there's a good chance that they will just either dig themselves out very quickly and be even more pissed off.
That's what I'm concerned about.
okay, and that's kind of what I was wondering is, it takes a little while for a gopher to deal and to dig a new hole.
It would take you
Well-
a long time to shape enough material to actually plug the hole to a depth where it would matter.
Okay. Okay.
So,
I'm just
Harold,
gonna
is that
stand
a
where I am.
general you will never need an enhanced strength?
Unless we're in a grapple fight, correct.
It doesn't help you because you're reliant on what, Dex?
Ah,
Okay.
I hate people because I look good. I'm so damn dead sexy that people just don't see the mace coming to their head.
Yeah, but we're not turtles.
And I'm gonna say that dirt is not considered solid material. So I mean,
Okay.
you shape it up and it just collapses into a pile.
Is there any other prep spells that people want to try?
So,
Okay, I think we're ready. And because of the hero point, I will do a plus 28 on the wild empathy. With the greater wild empathy minus the -4 for them being fey animals. What happens when he starts to play? Actually, is this a good time for a bio break?
Oh, I was just about to get started. I mean, if you
Yeah,
want
I
to,
know.
that's fine. Go ahead.
I'll wait until it's somebody else's turn. How about that? Since I assume we're going to roll initiative soon.
Yep, we will. In just a minute here, likely.
Okay. Harold, can you do the thing where you give him a plus on his skill check?
I typed it in chat, so yes.
Ah, I see that. Thank you.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Missed it. Thanks. Can we assist in some way? The actual game assist thing where you give people a +2?
Not unless you also have an enchanted flute to play.
Okay. Good point. Would enhanced wisdom improve his playing ability? What is it
No,
based
it's
on?
charisma.
Charisma. Okay. That's Janice's role on the playing, on the
Yep.
performance.
I wonder what he needs.
Sounds like he needs a good talking to.
Can I start Wild Empathy as soon as they emerge, or do I need to wait for initiative, or what?
And this is where we would actually roll our initiative.
Okay. Oh, I can make that a 20, and I should have by dismissing lightning reaction. We cannot put ourselves in the turn order, correct? You have to put us there?
Whoops, I forgot. No, you guys can. You guys are in there.
All I see is one squalor.
That's all I see too.
Okay, that's weird.
So I'm missing something.
Yeah, it's showing me all you guys.
There we go.
And Daz is gonna set this fight up because I forgot to level him. My bad.
Well, I do want to say, Jen, you have done a good job in giving us options here. This is definitely not a linear story that we, have to do A then B. So
Yeah.
you've done a good job.
have gone through it quite non-linearly.
Well, not only that, I know there's some things that I've done that have thrown things for a loop, and she's handled it exceptionally well. And that's mostly just because of my personality normally. Well, no, I tend to, because I do a lot of risk management. So I think outside of the box. And it carries off into my personal life also.
Are you talking about formal risk management, like for work, where you assess
Yeah.
the severity of a consequence and the likelihood of its all
Yep.
that? Yeah, I learned that, and tend to have carried it into personal life. It's been hell to do risk management during the pandemic because the severity of the
Yes, it
outcome
has.
is so crappy.
Yep. And you have to look at not what is, but what if.
Right. Yeah, it's driven my behavior extraordinarily conservative, especially as all the information about COVID brain and cognitive impairment and long-term pulmonary function, the severity of the outcome has just gotten worse and worse and worse the more we found out about it. So to put it in that little 5x5 grid is like, yeah, you basically have to reduce the likelihood to near zero.
Alrighty, so Listens is up first.
Okay, Listens attempts greater wild empathy with everybody he can see. And, oh, I'm glad I did the +8. That is not a spectacular roll. Yeah, without the hero point, that would have been 25. The only thing I'm trying to accomplish with the greater wild empathy is to get them to stay calm, not attack, just enjoy the flute if that's within their capability. Can I don't have speak with animals necessarily. Can I communicate with them at all?
I'm gonna say no.
But I
Okay.
do have speak with animals innately.
You do?
Do you really?
Oh, your familiar can, yeah.
Yep.
All I was going to try and do is communicate that we're just here to play a flute for a while and then we're going to leave. So no harm intended. No harm will be produced. Just
Yeah. We're here for a good
on this
time, not
flute.
a long time.
Right. But I'm trying to. I can speak. Do they speak Sylvan?
No, they're not intelligent. They're animals.
Okay. Okay.
They don't speak any language.
So would there be some way through my familiar that I could impart to them? You know, like everything's fine. We're just here to.
I'd say you're familiar, since you're familiar and can speak with animals. I said you could talk to one of them in time, and he could attempt a diplomacy check, basically.
Okay. Well, it's not my turn, so.
Yeah. All right. So Crash, you're up next.
Not attacking. I will just continue to bolster the apprentice.
Alrighty. The Squallers, very curious about the source of the noise, move up to ring around the rock. Are you gonna make an attack of opportunity on this one as he kind of skirts around you?
Nah.
Thank you. It would be nice to get out of this with nobody rolling to hit. If that's a possibility.
And a whole bunch more of them pop up out of the ground.
Can't wait for the gargantuan to come up and swallow the rock.
So these are different. These are magical enough or different enough from magical animals or from natural animals that I cannot turn into one. Could I turn into something close enough to communicate with them?
No, because you can only really turn
Okay.
into animals.
Okay. I need to
Oh my
I need to
God.
take a break and give my stepdaughter a hug goodbye. I'll be back in
I'm sorry.
5 minutes.
He came up and rubbed against my leg and scared the bejesus out of me. Oh, sweetie guy, come back. Okay, it's okay. I'm sorry I startled you. Sorry, I had a brief pause there because Frisco came in here and rubbed up against my leg when I wasn't expecting it and scared the bejesus out of me. I had to calm him down because I jumped. Poor guy. Okay, it is Gowen's turn. Gowen.
Yes. I will. Hello? Am I cutting out? Oh, I didn't. It sounded like I was cutting out, and also I don't know. You guys are. I will move over here just in case I have to try to like body block something. I'd have to choose a flank and just sit there.
Okay. Alright, Lucha, your turn.
So far, these things just seem to be curious, not really wanting to attack.
So far.
Okay, so I'm going to have my familiar try and talk to them and let them know, we mean no harm. We're just here to sing a song.
That's just going to be another authority check, and it's probably not going to. Your familiar can try to make an authority check if it wants to. But only against one of them at a time.
Oh, it's only one at a time. Okay. So I'm basically gonna prepare myself for paralyzation should they even look the least bit aggressive.
Okay.
And I mean, I can catch 6 of them at a time.
Okay.
So I'd grab the closest 6.
Alright, it's Channy's turn.
Jenny, are you going to be on this weekend?
Maybe.
Okay. I kind of want to get together with you to iron out the spells because I'm a little confused,
Oh, okay.
and I want to make your life easier, not harder.
I'm back.
All right, listeners, you're up. You will need to, if you want a wild empathy, you will need to do the ones that just appeared again, basically, because they have only just gotten up here where they can see you.
Okay. And does the does the hero point still apply? It doesn't, does it?
Nope.
It's just one roll?
Yep, it's just one roll.
Okay.
And we get one hero point every level. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, so I'll use
And
the hero
then-
point on that one too then. So that's
How
a
do I-
31.
Yeah. Have I been like knocked unconscious?
Oh, sorry, I must have missed you when I added the. Sorry, my bad.
That's okay, because I wouldn't have done anything so far anyway. But
I like the hero
You know,
point
just
every
checking.
level. That's cool.
She just knew you from experience, and she understood that you are the duh factor.
I am just waiting for them to make a wrong move because I don't want to start killing them and getting the other ones excited.
So that wild empathy roll is actually a 31. And that takes my entire turn, I take it? Or my entire action?
Yes, it's a full round action.
Okay.
Okay, and I got a couple seconds because I also need a bio break, so I'll be right back.
So they didn't get upset with him when he rolled the 18 before. I'm going to think that 23 is going to be good enough that they're not going to be getting too upset.
Well, Listen's wild empathy them immediately after, so.
That had to help.
All right. Crash, you're up.
It's a really nebulous ability.
Keep bolstering the apprentice and slowly back away. And I'm done.
Now that we can see them, how big are they?
About the size of a dog.
Okay.
All right, go in.
Oh. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna.
All right, Lucha, do you want to do anything?
Okay, I'm back.
It is your turn.
Have these things?
Still have not done anything.
They've just expressed curiosity. If you have anything that can bolster Janice's flute playing, my wild empathy, or
Unless flute playing can be bolstered with intelligence, which I don't.
No, it's Chaw,
Would.
apparently.
Yeah, I don't have anything that would do that. I don't have anything that would calm them. Just yeah, I don't see anything. So again, I'm just prepping myself should they appear to start getting aggressive and start wanting to attack for paralyze.
Alrighty, Janice's turn.
I mean, my authority is crap, but somebody else may want to turn around and, just let him know that he's doing okay and we got things handled. I mean, literally just manually or whatever you want to call it, bolstering his courage a little bit.
Yeah, as a free action.
I'm looking for a quest timer. Is it counting down? How long is this going to be? What I'm. Seeing if I can find that anywhere on my screen.
You could make, I guess, an Arcanum check or a Perception check to try to figure out how long this is going to take.
See that survival roll and why, Jenny?
So I am going to, still just going to be ready. Going to have my blades out, ready to go. And if this one starts attacking him, I'm going to do a sneak attack on it.
So what that tells me is I know Harold and I think somebody else in the party, maybe Lucha. Don't you have the ability to like summon food? If we could get like a big pile of honey in the middle, they would probably all be distracted and go for that instead of...
The summoned food is not like specific food items. It's just a gray undifferentiated mass of edible crab.
Well, if they're omnivores, they'll still probably go for it.
Yeah, but it doesn't smell very interesting.
Okay. But you see where I'm going? If anybody has the ability to summon an enticing foodstuff, that would be marvelous. I don't think I do.
The closest thing I have is summoning a horse. And I'm not slaughtering my horse for the squallers to eat.
I actually do not. I can purify food.
Apparently, we're just waiting for him to play a bad note, and
I'm not going to explain how you figured that out. We'll just say that in a mechanical sense, you get that impression.
He listened really carefully to the music, and he's estimated about how far through the piece he is.
Yeah, something like that.
Maybe he's playing a song he knows.
We're 8th level and nobody has the ability to summon a jar of honey.
Well, 3 of us don't need to eat, so...
there is that.
And I have an irrational fear of Pooh Bears.
Oh, bother.
Alright. right, listens. You're up. You
See.
don't have to make another wild empathy check this round if you don't want to, because they all seem to be mostly behaving at this point, and you've affected all
Okay.
the ones that have come out.
Improve it if I rolled better.
You can move their attitude up a further step if you want to, but if you fail badly, it could go down.
I've rolled.
So they could go
fairly-
from like basically. There's the game. There's 5 basically levels of attitude. It starts with hostile, unfriendly, indifferent, and then there's I forget what the name of the slightly friendly one, and then there's like really friendly.
And they're
So-
slightly friendly now, or they're indifferent.
At
So
the
there's-
present, they are indifferent.
They're friendly, and then there's Elendil's bum buddies.
Okay, I'm gonna blow one more hero point because I think I've been rolling fairly poorly so far, and try and bump them up a level. So that's going to be 24 plus 8 minus 4. There we go, 44 on Greater Wild Empathy.
Nice.
And I'm down to 5 hero points. I am pouring my little druid heart and soul into being friendly with these guys. There we go. So it looks like I've advanced them to slightly friendly.
Yes.
Okay, that's my turn.
Crash, you're up.
I will pretty much just be in a ready posture and just keep giving the +2 to the apprentice.
Alrighty. These scholars kind of start just generally wandering around the clearing and doing their thing. Go in, you're up.
I will just continue to be on guard.
Alrighty. Lucha, if you want to do anything.
At this point in time, I do not.
Alrighty. Janice's turn.
I now have a new spell I want to learn. Hadn't even thought of.
All right, looks like I'm still going to be waiting. So I don't think that that's going to make them aggro yet.
Elendal.
I'm just waiting.
Alright, listens.
I've looked through my character sheet and all my spells, and there's nothing I can do to improve the situation beyond what I've already done, so I am also waiting.
Well, you can make a wild empathy check to basically try to regain false or lost ground there.
What lost ground?
Jenny's played
Oh,
some false
'cause-
notes, and Squallers are looking slightly agitated again.
Okay, I'm gonna do this without the... I don't have... I guess I could blow another hero point. Might as well use them. Okay, I'm gonna blow another hero point.
You don't think they might be more useful later?
I've got 5 left.
But
So
you only
blow-
get one per. You only get one per level. So when you level again, you'll get 6. Because as far as I know, and Jenny, correct me if I'm wrong, hero points don't regenerate.
No,
Yeah,
they
you
don't.
get one when you take a level, and then you might earn some in game for particularly spectacular performance or interesting things, ideas, that sort of thing.
Okay, we'll try it without the hero point. $32. That made them indifferent at the very start. Okay.
Crash up. Listens, are you including the bonus from Crash's skill boosty thing?
I had not, so that's a 34. Thank you for the reminder.
I just continue to do my.
And the Squallers kind of wander around some more. One of them comes over and sniffs Crash's nuts. Going.
Salted net.
I'll move to be a little more central. And then continue to do nothing.
Alright. Lucha?
Again, I'm just keeping in that defensive mode, watching to see if they should turn angry, in which case I'll start paralyzing.
Alrighty.
I think at this point we're just waiting for Chinese to finish and make all his rolls, right?
Yeah, and realistically, unless something should change, that's all I'm waiting for.
In the future, I'm going to find somewhere to just buy a pot of honey. It seems like a good thing to have.
Alright, listens, you're up. I'm assuming the rest of you will tell me if you want to do anything.
Yes, I will certainly say something.
If
I do
Crash,
actually want to say something, do something on my turn.
if Crash tried to fascinate them per the Bard ability, do any of them that fail become hostile, or is that a...
No. It does not automatically make them hostile any more than playing a tune in the park makes people hostile.
So that could be redundant with my wild empathy. He could fascinate half of them, and then I'd only have to wild empathy half of them, right?
Well, I mean, right now we have all of them wild empathy. So
Yeah, and I like the +2. I'm not going to do another wild empathy unless Chinese fumbles. because I don't want to screw it up and have them all go hostile. Actually, I wouldn't. Is there a possibility I would actually make them go hostile with wild empathy?
If you fail sufficiently badly, they will drop down in mood towards you, basically.
Okay. I'll just wait.
All right. Does anybody else want to do anything?
So, using my perception, how tough do these things look? Or would that be something different than perception?
That would actually be a survival roll.
Tactics.
Oh, well, I'm not going to do good on that.
Somebody's getting his jam on.
They don't look super powerful to you, but you're not sure how to evaluate whatever magical abilities they have. Okay, the squallers just kind of gather up here in a little circle now.
That's actually kind of helpful should this turn bad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Till they touch, their rings together and form a gargantuan squall.
No,
But if they do, then we only have to deal with one instead of 10.
no, they don't merge into Mega Squalor Zord.
What was the robot that used to do that in one of the original? Was it Voltron?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it depends on which robot. You got the Voltron, which were the robotic lions.
You got the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and their thing. It's a very common thing in.
There's
Transformers and the Dinobots.
Yeah,
And
but some of those were
all that happened
real,
after I
and
stopped
some of
watching
those were just
cartoons.
silly. Right. We've all just displayed when we stopped watching cartoons.
There's Captain Planet if you're really fast and loose with your definitions.
That's true. What was the? There was like all the normal powers, and then some
Heart.
stupid heart. That's what I'm remembering. Yes. People got paid to make that stuff up. Can you
Alrighty.
imagine?
Do you want to make another wild empathy check or attempt to fascinate them before Chinese makes his next roll?
Because he just kind of failed that one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to do another wild empathy check. Not doing the hero point, but I am now taking the +2 from Harold. Oh boy. Well, that probably won't do any harm. Oh, nice.
Alright, so
That's my turn.
Shanice's turn. So I'll just roll again for him right away since you don't really need to do anything at this point.
Okay. He's got how many left?
You estimate that he needs 4 more rounds of success to complete his thing.
So long as he's successful, do we expect anything will change?
No, it doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not expecting anything to change as long as he's successful.
And if he's not successful, we have greater wild empathy and fascination to fall back on before we need to start swinging.
Well, that's kind of what I'm thinking to speed this along. Can we just say, Jenny, when he fails, let us know?
He just did. So.
It looks like he just did, yeah. So I'm going to roll another greater wild empathy, right?
Yep.
Not terrible, but not great. That improved him last time. Very good. 3 more? Or 2 more?
He needs 3 more successes.
Okay. Oh, so it's not just 3 more rolls. He actually has to have 3 more successes?
Yes. He needs, this is what's called a skill check. You need to get X number of successes before you get X number of failures.
Okay.
You said he is like visibly frightened, and that's affecting his playing, right?
Yes.
So if I moved so that he's within my aura range, would that? Do I think that would
I'm
potentially
gonna
help him
say
play better?
no, because basically the Paladin Fear Aura doesn't make you like immune to. It doesn't make you like crazy courageous. It removes magical fear effects.
Okay.
It makes you more resistance to them.
But good idea.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Yep, it is a good idea though.
That's what I was doing. I was looking through all the cantrips and everything.
And that was a
Let's see
crit
if there's a
success,
calming effect.
so it counts as 2 successes. So if he gets lucky, you were done after this one.
Is that a success?
Yes, it is.
That, gentlemen, is how the game is played. Kumbaya, live and let live. Nature lovers forever.
And just out of curiosity, how does smoked squalor taste?
Hey, I'm guessing that could have been a knockdown, drag-out fight.
Yes.
Yay. One of my favorite sayings in real life.
What's that?
See?
Oh, see, easy.
Easy. Right after you've lifted your mother-in-law into the car, right after
Yeah.
whatever it happens to be.
I remember the first time that I met my father-in-law's mother's, oh, he's her boyfriend or fiance. I mean, they were in their 80s or 90s. He is in a home. They're coming up for Thanksgiving, and I had to get him out of the car. And what's the first thing I do? The first thing that happens when I take him out of the car, he pees all over the place, all over me, all over the car.
Unintentionally, one assumes.
Oh, he's like 90 years old. He had no,
Right.
he had no facilities. I mean, it didn't bother me in the least bit, but for my grandmother-in-law, it was just devastating for, this is the way I'm meeting her significant other.
Her pride, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting until I can be old enough to get away with that shit.
Oh, you're never too old to get away with that shit.
Well, no, at some age, people are going to be like you and think, "Oh, the poor old man,"
Okay, so
Why
we got
was
another
Leto the
sealed
Flautist not
package.
particularly impressed?
Because he's that way.
He is just that way, yep.
Yeah, is he not impressed with us or not impressed with
He's
his?
just not
Anything,
an
I
impressionable
imagine.
person.
All right, let's head out.
Off we go. 1 down, 4 to go.
And each one of these towns, Jenny, I'm going to try and do a triangulation on the what was it? The
The
unattuned
memory core?
memory core.
That's a good idea.
I want to see if by the time that we're done, I can somewhat triangulate.
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Okay. I tell when something is meant just for me versus meant for the party.
Because it'll say from my name if it's just for you.
Okay.
Alrighty, you guys take off and ride for roughly 3.5 more days, and arrive at I can't talk.
So I have to ask a question.
Ulhuran
We're in
Stream.
this. We're in the Elven version of Singapore or Disneyland, where nothing happens except that they want it to happen. Why do they have squallers just nesting in the area? Is that just for this purpose, to test flautists?
Go ahead and roll, I guess, history.
History, which is a straight up int, right?
Yeah.
$12.
You would guess that somebody probably keeps them as sort of pets.
Huh. Okay. Wow.
Elves are
in history.
quite known for raising exotic animals and doing all sorts of other crazy stuff. So
the squallers are essentially somebody's idiosyncrasy.
Yep.
Okay.
The place is full of stuff like that. Well, and they used to be used to demolish fortifications, so they are probably keeping them around on like a stipend from the crown in case they're ever needed again.
Right, like retired greyhound dogs from racing.
Yep. Or keeping a flock of carrier pigeons or something like that.
Okay. So we come to, I don't even know the name of this place.
Uhura.
I can't move the thing that says party. So my screen reads Ulhur Party Green. Ulhuran screen, there we go. And who are we supposed to see here? Canik Allervane. Is there a guard post like there was at the last place?
Yes, there is. Although this is, there's like one guard. And he is actually camped outside of what looks to be a sort of like wizard tower carved into a gigantic oversized tree. The tree is definitely still very much alive, but it has like chambers built in and staircases built into the trunk, not just stuck on the outside like a treehouse.
This is to the one guard. I assume mechanic is his occupation and not his parents just being really weird and giving him the first name of mechanic.
Yeah.
Who has all the tablets and stuff that we're supposed to be delivering?
Elves will generally use one of two methods of address. They will either use their job title, if they are like a particularly renowned individual in that field, like, you know, Leto the flautist is a famous musician. Or
Right.
if they are a noble, they will use their family name to include, basically indicate their descent and their noble status.
Lucha, we haven't specified who exactly is carrying which package. We can if you'd like. So I have not been assuming. I've just been assuming they've been available to everybody as I've been conversing. We never did figure out what was so awe-inspiring about the symbols on the seals.
You didn't ask either.
Yeah, we probably should have. Chanice would have talked with us, although the flautist was a bit stuffy. Well, that's a good thing to know. Are the seals all the same, or are they different? Hmm. I still don't get the reference.
He beds over? Is that kind of like
That's
bedding
a
Ellen down?
typo.
That's a typo.
I know. I just saw that, and yeah.
Remind me to tell you guys about my favorite autocorrect from a 20-year career in science. already forgotten the guy's name. Let me scroll up. Lieutenant, long time ago. My scroll up doesn't scroll that high. Anybody remember Lieutenant Kairov's name or whatever his name was?
K-A...
Kivro. Okay.
That's it.
Thank you, Jenny.
Note that you haven't asked if this is in fact Allervane.
Okay. Thought we did.
You did ask.
Yeah,
You know,
I said
you asked the guard. Oh, you did, yeah, up at the top. Yeah,
Mechanic
He
Allervane.
didn't respond positively or negatively. He was busy hacking a lung up.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm not going to ask for his ID. Harm. So is that the guard clearing his throat to interrupt?
Yes, very
Mechanic?
loudly.
Okay. We didn't show the package to the guard. I don't think.
I don't think we did either.
No, you did not.
So you guys all saw me kind of look at Elendal and raise that questioning eyebrow, like he's supposed to know.
Okay. Poor Lyrian. Lucia, would you mind doing a history check on Lyrian? It's probable we have no idea who that is, but we might.
Would machinery be considered under?
Well, actually, Elendil probably has it under.
Yeah.
Is it trickery or gadgets?
Gadgets.
Yep.
We know exactly what you tinker with now and then, now and again. He's asking about mechanics, machinery.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that what the teenage boys call it now? Tinkering?
Yep.
Yep. Stop tinkering with that or you'll go blind.
Get my apprentice out of it.
All right, let's go look and see what we got.
Okay, we'll go
Righty.
look.
Yeah, we'll accompany Elendil, but I think this is Elendil's show. Let me just clarify. Sorry about Skagit, babe.
I'm taking that as he's answering listens, not me.
Yes.
Correct. Elendil, what exactly is your position in the Elven hierarchy?
He's an outsider
Nothing.
at the moment.
Oh, he's gone Rumspringa.
Yeah, basically his official status is pretty low at the moment.
Is I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
So,
I kind of wonder who this guard is and why.
Why he keeps going?
Right, exactly. He seems to have been stationed here not to guard against anything except for mechanic misstepping verbally.
That's a misspell. It's hour, not hour.
That sounded like Frisco.
I don't know. I got 6 of them here.
So, Lucha, can you teleport somebody without actually, being with them?
No, I have to actually see them. I think it's actually touch, but
We may want to leave somebody here just to kind of actually, Harold, you've got a high chaw, right? And in theory, the gift of gab. We may want to leave somebody here just to kind of pump mechanic for information, since it looks like he would spill stuff without the guard's presence. What do you think?
So, looking at this thing, can we see this woman?
Adam, are you there? Am I on mute?
You are not on mute.
Okay. Is Adam there?
I hear some voices in my head. I hope it's you guys.
Wouldn't it be sad to find out you've been playing this game all by yourself for months? Adam? Falling
listen.
asleep.
Adam,
Did you ever see the movie Fame?
Probably, but it's been a hell of a long time.
I mean, Irene Cara, where she did the.
Give me a
No, it
sec. I'll
wasn't
see if I
Parker.
can find him.
Basically, all I want to do is ask him if he'll stay behind and pump mechanic for information.
Are you there, huh? They can't hear you if you're talking.
So,
They were
Goldwyn also has a nice cha, I would think. And then,
Whoever has a decent chaw in the gift of gab.
Like, what type of information do we want to try to pump them for?
The nature of the package, who it's actually from, because he's already implied that it's not from Lieutenant scrolling up, Kivro. So the guard has cut him off a couple times when he was about to say something interesting. Have you been monitoring all of the chat? And the guard is about to leave with us. So if you could find out who the package is from and why. What else did the guard cut him off at? But you may find out very soon that will turn out to be an extremely bad idea, since I'd love to know what the end of that sentence would have been too.
So
you see where I'm going?
What am I rolling? And am I just rolling gadgets? Is there any way Lucha would be able to teleport this person out of the machine?
It appears to be a magical device, and you're not sure what the effect of casting spells into it would be.
Okay.
And if you want to evaluate it, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
And Lucha, I would like you to roll an Arcanum to see what you think about trying to teleport her out. If you don't mind. Oh, my lord.
Well, if I'm going to roll a 20, that's... that's going to be it.
Yes. Huh. So it's completely for its aesthetic appreciation. It's got no actual functional purpose.
As far as you can make out, yes. However, whatever happened to go wrong has left it in an extremely dangerous and volatile state.
Well, I guess, listens, I would like you to cast false life on me for as much as you can.
Good idea. So, we have rested since the last time, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
It's been
several
several
days.
Okay, so false life for
Well, that doesn't really help me that much.
80 hit points for 8 rounds.
Okay. And then, see what she's saying here.
I assume strength and wisdom would not help you.
No, int would. more int would.
More int certainly would help you.
Mhm.
Yeah, I can do that. Let's see. What does that do? Uh, so I can add 7 to your intelligence.
Well, yeah.
So,
Nice.
so that will
That's,
bring your intel.
remember, that doesn't stack with any existing magic items you have that boost your intelligence.
Right.
But still, you don't have a +7 belt of int.
No, I've got +4, so actually it would give me 3. Correct?
Right.
Then
Right. And
So
you can't give him a +7. Those spells, I think, have a cap. Let me double check.
Yeah, up to it's one. I'm looking at it. It's 1 spell point, and it goes +1 spell point to add +1 up to a maximum +6.
Yeah.
So you can't give him a +7 because he
So
can't.
you actually get a +2 on your int, and then Harold gives you a +2 on the skill.
Oh, okay. I misread that. You're right. So you get +6.
all right, so let's do that, and then so uh, um, with the Bard song, that would give me another +2, so it's a total of plus. That's really +3 then.
Yep.
The +2 is going to give me 1.
Yep.
And then if you stand near Golwyn, there's no bonus whatsoever, but at least you're not afraid.
That's been my life.
So what is your total bonuses to your intelligence?
Right now it's 4, so if you give me 6, it ends up being another 2 to my int, which gives me a one more skill point.
So your intelligence is +7, or your intelligence is 7.
The modifier the
Never mind, it went over your head. It's all right. You got +6.
yeah 7 wouldn't do anything for me because it would be 1 more in my int. So all right. Anybody have luck?
Oh, you know what? Do I have that memorized? I have bad luck memorized.
All right.
We'll just do like the verbal components backwards.
The staff
Yeah.
of luck has luck in it. As the
Do we have a staff of luck?
You got one. I don't believe you
Oh,
sold it.
you know what? Yeah, I still have that. To be honest with you, I totally forgot about that. So yeah, I'll cast a 1 point of good luck on him.
And that will allow me to re-roll on a bad roll, right?
It'll basically let you. Let me check the spell here real quick. Yeah, for basically the next round, you may choose to re-roll any d20 roll from the duration of the spell, and it immediately ends the spell.
Okay.
So how does this work, Jenny? If I'm casting it from the spell or from the staff, it says I can spend an additional 2 points to allow 1 more re-roll. So does that mean there's 3 out of 10 is taken away? And he gets 2 chances at this?
You'd need to also increase the duration because he's not going to be able to do 2 rolls in 1 round.
So it cost me 4 points.
Yeah.
Okay, and I know we've had a discussion because staves in your game is a little bit different than Pathfinders. How many can I add into, like, how many charges can I add in each night?
Basically, hang on, let me double check what I did. You can add a number of charges back to the staff equal to your character level, but they come out of your spell points for the day.
Okay, so that'll be taken care of later. So just cast.
Well, no, because it makes a difference right now whether I want to spend the additional 2 points.
You can't do it now. You can't. You would. It basically, it's a part of a resting thing. It takes hours to add them back in. So it's not like you could spend some and then spend your spell points now.
No. It says I can do 1 spell point to give them an additional re-roll. Or I can do...
All I want is 1 reroll.
Okay.
Because we've got 5 things. Apparently there's 10 10 charges, right?
Right.
So if you're using 3 charges, that's 6 rerolls, but it's on 3 different tries. Then I have 2 things I'm working on with absolutely no rerolls. I'd rather have at least 1 reroll for each thing.
Well, no, what I was going to do is give you 2 re-rolls for a total of 3 points, and then expand the duration.
Lucha, you don't need to do that. You can just cast the spell again before he does another thing that doesn't require a roll. He can't do multiple rolls of this skill in one round.
Right, but if I extended the duration, it'd go, instead of rounds, it'd go to minutes. That's what I was looking at.
But it would cost more than just spending 1 point when he's ready to roll.
Yep.
Basically, you'd be spending 2 points to get 2 rolls instead of getting 3 rolls for 3 points.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, so just straight gadgets.
Yep. Well, this is another skill challenge. So there are multiple different skills that you can use. Probably from looking at it, Arcanum. You might be able to use Acrobatics to like worm your way into the machine so you get a better look at it, or Athletics to like push part of it aside so that you can see what's going on. Gadgets, of course, Perception and Trickery are also applicable. The thing is, you can use the same skill over and over, but the DC is going to go up every time you use the same skill.
Gotcha. All right. So
By how much?
You don't know.
Okay.
first, I will use acrobatics.
Go ahead and roll it.
What's your plus to acrobatics?
Listens, my total's 21. Listens, Goldwind, why don't you guys and Lucha, go around a corner just in case,
Okay.
if Harold can go around a corner and I can still get benefits from his bard song, everybody can.
Yeah,
If not,
you just need to be able to. Let me double check because I think you just need to be able to hear him, not see him. But let me look real quick.
And just so you know, my Arcanum check is plus 36.
So yeah, I wonder.
Yep,
So you already
it is only hearing based. So you only have to be able to hear him. You don't have to be able to see him.
okay. So I don't know if your Arcanum already did anything for us.
Well,
But
you
let's see.
learned something, so yes.
Right, we did learn something. All right, so I'm going to use acrobatics to see if I can figure anything out. Then you tell me if I need to re-roll on that. Oh well, no, I will re-roll on that one. I couldn't have done much worse than the first one. So for the next turn, I'm going to need you to give me another.
I was just looking at the spell list, wondering why I didn't memorize Enhanced Dex or Enhanced Int. It's because they don't exist.
They're not on the temporal spell list.
Oh, okay.
I think both those are on mine.
Yeah, they
'Cause I
exist
have
somewhere, just
Int.
not mine. I
Yeah,
can
I have
enhance
Int. I
Strength,
haven't looked
Con,
for
and Wiz.
Dex. So red is neither first nor last.
I am going to now do trickery to see what that does for me. And I will not re-roll that.
Well, the spell only lasts one round, so whether you reroll or not, it's
You're stuck
still
with what you got
consumed,
now.
pretty much.
Well, I was just okay. So every time I do something, I'm asking Lucha to recast that on me.
Remember
No.
your hero points in case you hit a spectacular fail.
And you have to remember that takes charges out. Well, I guess I could recharge the full thing tonight. Yeah, okay.
Oh, this is a bona fide puzzle. Right off of the SAT analytics section.
Yep.
All right, so if blue is after purple,
And red is neither first nor last. Okay, so
You need some more clues, though. We haven't figured.
we do need some more clues.
Right.
But red is either before blue or after purple. We know that.
Actually,
So-
all I know is that red is neither first nor last. It
Right.
could be before both blue and purple, or after both blue and purple.
It could be between blue and purple. You just know that blue is after purple. It's not immediately
Right.
after purple.
I
Right.
made an assumption.
Yeah, so we need more clues. You don't
Yes.
have enough info yet.
All right. So next, I am going to do. What else can I use?
You can use Arcanum, Acrobatics, Athletics, Gadgets, Perception, or Trickery. You've used Arcanum, Acrobatics, Perception, and Trickery once each so far.
I could, if athletics is strength based, right?
Yes.
I could give you the +6 on strength if you want to try
What-
athletics.
hang on, before we do anything else, what are the other two colors?
We haven't heard
I
anything
listed
about
'em.
green. Yeah, we haven't
Yes.
heard anything about green, orange, and yellow. So the other three colors, it's all the colors of the
Green, red,
rainbow.
and- green. It's red, orange, green, blue, and purple are the colors.
Please
Okay.
give me +6 on athletics.
There you go. Well, +6 on strength. I don't know
On
what
strength.
that translates to in
Right.
terms of
It's +3.
the actual
That's-
plus on athletics.
That's 3 points to athletics. All right. So, athletics. Asking Lucha to past the
Yeah, that's
thing on me.
fine.
Nice.
That's rolling a natural 20 there.
Couldn't you just roll well on one friggin' int check and solve the whole thing?
What one would like that?
Actually, this is fun. This is the first bona fide puzzle we've stumbled across.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
You
I've already.
sort of had that teleporter one in the dungeon.
That's true. Yeah, with the 5
Okay.
teleporters.
Okay,
So when you
orange and
say-
blue.
When
Go
you
next
say they
to
go
each other in
each
that
other.
order.
in that order, so I mean orange comes before blue.
Yes.
Yes.
That's a
it
huge
does,
clue.
It does not indicate that orange and blue go in that order. They go next to each other, so it's either blue orange or orange blue.
Okay, so
assuming
we
when you
don't know
said
the order. We just know they go next to each other.
Yep.
Okay. Is somebody writing this down?
I am.
I am.
If after you've gotten all the clues, I
I-
will basically put them down for you all as one.
Oh, okay. Nothing personal, Lucha, but I heard the answer I wanted there. Because
I take
Golwyn
it very
is
personal.
Golwyn is a smart kid.
He's used to spoon feeding you.
Hey, I didn't graduate at the bottom of my class for nothing.
Alrighty, and then let's see. I haven't done gadgets yet, so here is gadgets. Asking for the luck first, just in case I need it. Don't think I need that.
I'll be right back.
Okay. What have I not used yet? Did you say I could use tactics?
All the skills have been used at least once.
Okay. So, Lucci, you want to use Arcanum again, and we'll just roll right through them until we are
It's
done.
the colors are all the colors of the rainbow except for indigo, right?
And yellow. There's only 5 colors.
Oh, that's nice.
Red, purple, blue, orange, and green. Okay, so I'll do an Arcanum check. So green is first.
Right?
We haven't seen any combination, so we know it was after purple. So knowing that, blue can also not be in the second place.
Okay, all clues have been discovered.
It could be green, red, purple, blue, orange, could it not?
It could, yeah.
Is there any other combination that is possible?
Green, red, purple, orange, blue. And green,
Yeah.
purple, red, blue, orange.
Huh. I would have thought this was leading to one and only one solution, but maybe not.
So, that blue was at some point after purple.
Can you put all the clues in one handy thing for us there?
Sure.
Green is first.
So blue is either third, fourth, or fifth. Orange and blue go next to each other in the order.
Blue has to be at least third, fourth, or fifth because it's after purple.
Right.
And actually that doesn't work because if it was green, purple, blue,
It would have to be
orange,
and
red. Yeah, and red can't be the last. So I think the only thing that works is green, red, purple, blue, orange.
I think all three of these work.
Green, red, say the others. Green, red, purple, orange, blue was one, right?
Yeah. Because in all of them, green comes first. Red and orange are not next to each other in any of them. Orange and blue are next to each other in all of them. Red is neither first nor last in any of them, and blue follows purple in all of them.
Correct. Well, I say go for it. It's just Elendil.
So listen, it's Elendil, and he has a soul stone and some nameless NPC.
Yeah, there we
She
go.
has a name.
Not to us.
We can, peering through the machine, we can just barely see that she is wearing a red shirt.
Which really is her fault.
Right. She should have known to dress differently today of all days. Yeah, I think any of those three fits all the conditions. So you have to pick. Red is not first nor last in any of them. Green is first in all of them. Orange and blue are next to each other in all of them. Red and orange are not next to each other in the order. Yeah, so that fits. All three of them do.
So I like the green, red, purple, but then we have no... It's a 50-50 shot.
What makes you like green, red, purple more than green, purple, red?
Because we've got... That's 2/3 of the choices are green, red, purple.
Okay, yeah, that's... There's a...
Well.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Alternatively, you could just pick red first and see what happens.
Well, we know.
Oh,
red's
can
not
we?
first or
So
last.
we can do them in turn.
Yeah, hopefully.
Do
if
I
you
have to
get it
pick one,
wrong-
or can I? Yeah. Do I have to pick one set, or do I go? Okay, I'm going to do green and see what happens.
You have no idea.
Well, In 2 out of 3, it goes green,
I'll
red,
start doing this
purple.
finger food, we're just about done.
I did at work.
So if you do green and then red, then you've narrowed it down to one of the last two.
Okay, so I'm going to do
Or-
green first. We're going to
If
do
you-
green first.
If you do green, purple, you know it's the top one.
We're going to find out. I'm going to do green first. What do I have to roll for that?
No.
Okay. Next, I'm going to activate the red one.
Roll perception to see whether you've been colorblind since birth and are just now finding it out.
All right.
You know, listens when I
So
used
now
to
I'm going to do the purple one.
when I used to play D&D all the time, we had
Yeah.
one rule: don't give the GM hints.
Oh, right. Yeah.
All right. So
So you've done green, red, purple.
green, red, purple.
Now
so,
you have to decide between blue and orange.
Yep. Since it, I'm going to go with orange.
Well, yeah, because it says here blue and orange and blue go next to each other.
Yeah, but it could
No, orange,
they could be next to each other, blue and orange.
Yeah, it could
But
be
I'm going
orange,
to go
blue, or
with
blue,
I'm
orange.
going to go with orange since it was first.
Well, you did.
So you're doing orange then?
Doing orange. Don't see any reason not to do orange. Now I'm going to activate the blue one. It'd be funny if nothing still happens. It doesn't open out nothing.
Right.
Again, don't give the GM hints.
You didn't do anything.
Yeah, it was very easy for him.
Hey, I had to cast one spell and I had to watch. I had to bite my nails and fear for the life of my fellow party member. We all know how she got in there. It was a transporter accident. It's always a transporter accident.
Hey, I need like a 5-minute AFK here.
Okay, I think we're close to done.
Yeah, we are. We're pretty much just wrapping up here.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to time. It's like 45 minutes past the time for my dog's medicine.
Oh, go for it.
So does anything? Okay. So say, you guys have anything you want to add before we wrap up?
It can wait till next week, but I would like to. Oh, remember, I'm going to be up to an hour late next week because I'm getting my second shot. I would like to know the results of Harold pumping mechanic for information up top while we were down here doing this.
Harold was down there with you, giving you the +2.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Well, never mind then. Alrighty then. This seems like as good a place as any to wrap. So was Golan up top pumping mechanic for information?
No.
Idea. Very poorly executed. Oh, here's my pizza. Be right back.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
All right, so I guess we'll wrap up there and pick up there next week.
I'm back.
Ready on.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Okay. Good night, everybody.
Yep, thanks for coming.
Thanks, Jenny.
Yeah.
Okay,
for running.
thanks. You know what? This has actually been really fun. There's more to it than just hack and slash.
I'm trying to be at least a little inventive here.
Jenny, like I said, I have this nasty habit, even in my personal life. I do risk management, so I look at things differently. And I know it throws you for a loop and you get frustrated with it sometimes, but it's part of me type thing. And you've done a fantastic job of dealing with it.
Everybody's got their quirks.
Yeah, well, quirks isn't what my boss calls it, but that's all right. But yeah, no, this is fun. I love this. So yeah, if you're available sometime, I know Saturday I'm really busy, but I'd like to go through how this is going to work, especially with the magic missile stuff, because I'm totally confused.
Okay.
So we can talk about it later this weekend.
Alrighty.
Okay, you have a good night.
Alrighty. Bye-bye. Thanks all if you dropped in to watch. Really appreciate it, and I hope we catch you later.